Well, those are the latest pictures out of Kasese. Our team scrambling the whole day to try and get us these pictures here, the latest flood pictures. That's River Nyamwamba, which burst its banks. But of course, the other two rivers did also burst their banks, and the area is actually flooding. Now, to help us understand what exactly is happening in this Kilembe area, of course, in the mountainous region, is Dr. Goretti. Doctor, very good evening, and thanks for joining us. If you could come closer to yes, there. I did open up this because we wanted to understand what's happening, because this is the mountainous region, and we just want you to take us through what your expectations are. Now, of course, this whole area is the mountain, but I'll try and expand this for us to be able to allow our viewers see exactly what we're talking about. Just quickly here. Now, River Nyamwamba is where that white line is. It begins, Doctor, from here in the mountains and continues into the Kilembe area. Along the way, you can tell that there is a problem somewhere. But now, just quickly take us through why 1 year exactly, the 1st of May last year, we had the same crisis. We have the same crisis occurring in the same area, and we can't just find a solution to this same problem.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Now, I will first begin. First of all, the problem is we have high rainfall. So when we have high rainfall, this area, when you look at the satellite image, if you zoom in.
Yes, you want me to zoom in? All right,
yes,
I will do that. Yes.
Yeah, this is Kilembe.
Yes.
Now, Kilembe is a valley which is within the Nyamwamba River floodplain. And what's happening is the whole valley actually is the playground for this river. Now, this river has its main catchment is up in the Rwenzori Mountains, and the Rwenzori naturally has high rainfall. Now, human activities, especially in the upper catchments, and one area where River Nyamwamba main catchment, we had a fire in 2010, February. So that fire burnt the moorland where this river has its main catchment. Now the vegetation there was burnt. Now the rainfall is still heavy. So when the rain falls on bare ground, you have more runoff. And this explains why we are having more rains coming down, more water coming down into this valley. Now, just to give a brief background, River Nyamwamba, its original course used to be on the northern side, but in 1964, the river course was changed, because by then the people wanted to mine copper, wanted to use this valley for settlement. I believe because it was a cool area, so they had to divert the river to the southern side of the valley. Now at that time, there were early warning systems, and they continue maintaining this channel by dredging it. Of course, we don't allow that, but this helped to reduce the flooding. Now currently, last year, when this river flooded, you can see the satellite image.
Yes, I wanted to, yes. This goes on and starts, of course, from the mountain, goes on and ends up in the
Kasese
yes.
town.
So
now
see,
these white patches,
yes,
these are boulders which are carried from Rwenzori. So the channel is already full.
Yes.
And the water has nowhere to run, so it has to run.
I'm trying to find these boulders because earlier we had found them here on the picture. We'll continue. Yes, go on, Doctor.
Yes.
Yes.
So now these are depots within the river channel.
Yes.
So once the water comes and the channel is full,
yes,
it has to look for another way. The water has to pass,
yes,
and sometimes it has to pass through the town, like what happened last year.
But you have a scenario, and many have been saying, in the 80s and the early 90s, we had a warning system. And the reason why we did not hear a lot of deaths in that area during that time, that the Kilembe mines had a warning system where if the river busted banks, most of the people would actually have a warning signal before it actually does, and they would move because they expected it to do that every year. So they always moved, and you'd expect that areas about here where there's the whole Kilembe settlement area, you have, of course, as you go closer up, the area you were speaking about earlier here, this is the whole entire Kilembe mines area where you had workers staying in the workers' houses. And we move up, you'll find the factories here. There you go. And so you have a lot of activity in this same area, and we also expect that there are farmers around this same area who are actually also cultivating in the same plot. And you say that is also one of the major challenges for this area.
Yes, thank you very much, Morris. Now, well, it is true, there could have been an early warning system.
Yes.
And I think at that time, the mine was active.
Yes.
But now when the mine is not active, it is now people who are settled here, renting these houses. And I think the warning system, at least I've not heard that it is there. But an early warning system is good enough because you foretell and then you tell people to move away.
Yes.
Once you sense danger.
You were talking about
yes,
the boulders. I just wanted to bring up this picture.
Yes.
This is what you were talking about, that you
Exactly.
have heavy boulders, and this of course was going just above the walkway for the mine area. These are the boulders you're talking about, and we should have had desilting, we should have had moving of some of these boulders to create way for this river,
for
right?
the water, yes.
Is that now a challenge, that 12 months after we had the same problem, we failed to actually move some of these rocks?
Well, when you visit this site, actually these boulders were too many, and that is a cost. And these are normal environmental costs that we give. Now, removing these boulders, of course, would allow the river to flow in its natural channel. But now when they are there, the water has nowhere to go and has to break its banks and sometimes go into people's houses. And that's why we are having problems in this area.
What is your plan as NEMA? What have you advised government? Because again, as you said, there's cultivation going on in that area. And you can see that is, one, softening the soils, creating more soil erosion, and of course increasing on the amount of area where the water can run off, which means it also runs off into people's homes and into the communities. What is your advice to government? Because I'm sure you've done a report and you've done your assessment and presented this to government.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, the report, I did a very detailed report, including a flood hazard map, showing areas which should not be used for settlement. And the Kasese district had already picked this up. Now, what we advise is, first of all, now this should be zoned as a flood hazard. Until we have an early warning system in time, which we trust, this should not be used for settlement. And more so, a facility like a hospital, where you have people who are weak and they cannot run away very quickly. Now, secondly, we need to desilt this channel.
Yes.
Now, as NEMA, we don't encourage this, but as it is now, we need to have a way for this river so that it can be confined within a channel where it does not go to disturb other facilities within the banks. But another recommendation should be, this should be long-term, restoration of the upper catchments, like these areas. These should have been forested, but these are now being used for cultivation. And this increases the water. You can already see the water here runs into this, creating more problems for the communities down.
All right, Doctor, I'm sure we would go on and on about this, but we do thank you so much for coming to help us understand what exactly is happening in the Kilembe area. And we will continue here at NTV, we will continue to update you on what exactly is happening in the Kilembe